Hi. Sorry, I was just putting on my lip stuff. I'm running a couple minutes behind, but no worries. We have um, a candle lit tonight. It's just I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. But I put some other essential oils in it. So we have that tonight. Um, we again have our whimsy cup. And what is this? This is cherry lime flavored water. So we have that. We have you. Hello to all of you. I am going to open that up. Um, so when you guys get here, please say hi. And it's Thursdays, so we're doing Reddit. And I came across a subreddit that is new to me. You guys might know it. It is What Do I Do? So I am very bad at taking advice, so I very rarely ask for it. Hey, sister. Um, but I am dealing with a couple of big life decisions to make, and I don't want to. So we're going to read other people's stuff and give them advice, and we'll see what we can do from there. So I went through, I just grabbed a bunch and saved them. So we'll see. Again, haven't read these. We're going to read them for the first time together. And um, yeah. So our first Reddit story is my coworker keeps telling people I make more than I do, and now everyone is acting weird around me. So I have some feelings. We'll reserve judgment till the end, and then we will see if we agree with the people of Reddit. But if I'm going to listen to anyone's advice, my darling sister, it is probably yours. So when I call you tomorrow, just know why I'm chewing your ear off. Anyway, back to our story. So basically, I work in a mid sized marketing agency, and one of my coworkers somehow found out I got a raise a few months back. She didn't find out the actual number, but she told a few people I must be making bank now, which is just not true, lol. Ever since then, a couple of people have been kind of cold to me. One guy who I used to eat lunch with almost every day now barely talks to me. I do have some money saved up, which helps, but it's not like I'm rolling in it. The raise wasn't even that significant. I don't want to make it a whole thing by confronting the coworker directly, but it's genuinely affecting the vibe at work, and I don't know if I should just let it die out or say something. Has anyone dealt with something like this? What would you do? So, before we get into the comments, there's something that I don't necessarily always agree with in handbooks, employee handbooks, but check and see if yours has a section about discussing pay. Because if it does, you can go to HR and be like, hey, I never told this person what I make. I'm not sure who told them I got a raise, but they are talking about me to everybody, and it is making work very, very uncomfortable. And just see what they say. Um, you can also go to this person and say, you are incredibly wrong. You're way, way off. And I don't want you talking about my money matters at work. It's none of your business, which may just be the thing. And then if they don't let it go, you can go to HR. But yeah, let's see what commenters say. Um, yeah, I would confront the coworker directly. They already made it a whole thing. They really did. You are just diffusing a situation that they started. So, I mean, if somebody asks you, you can just be like, I wish. And maybe that's the raise that they got, but that's not the raise that I got. And let them have to answer for it. Somebody agrees with my first thing. Go to HR about this. Explain what's happening and how you've noticed that it is affecting your other relationships, workplace hostilities, and/or retaliation from your coworkers regarding sensitive personal information. It's likely that while your coworker is spreading the rumor info, they are probably making other comments too. And it's probably not just about you. This is probably just a pot stirrer. And yeah, the best way to kind of stop them from stirring a pot is to take the spoon. Um, yeah. Somebody else says you get in trouble at some companies talking publicly about salaries. Oh, but then they didn't read the whole rest of the thing. You should not have told him you make more than him, or did he find out on his own? Be careful if you report him. That got 4 down votes because everybody else saw it the way I did it. Oh, you didn't read the whole thing. Professional, personal, confront them. Professional, let HR handle it. Absolutely. If it's not affecting, I mean, just go to HR if nothing else to get it documented, and um, yeah, then let them deal with it because you don't say how old you are, how long you've been working there. Um, yeah. And you can even tell them, hey, I really don't want this. So I'm going to go to HR and just make sure that they know we're not supposed to talk about this stuff. So let's see. Mm. Can't get my thing to do what I want it to do. Oh, there we go. Aha. That's way better. How are you guys doing tonight? You doing okay? Do you have big life decisions? I hope not. I hope things are just kind of smooth right now for you. Okay. So this is something that I see a lot, and it's just kind of worded, but I want to see what some Redditors say about this. When do you walk away from a long-term relationship that isn't bad, just empty? I'm honestly struggling with this, and I don't really have anyone neutral to ask. My partner and I have been together for almost 6 years. We rarely fight. There's no cheating, no big dramatic problems, nothing you could point to and say, that's the issue. On paper, it probably looks like a stable relationship, but lately I've been feeling this weird emptiness I can't shake. We don't really talk about anything meaningful anymore. Our conversations are mostly about bills, work, what we're eating, or what show we're watching. We sit in the same room most nights, but it feels like we're living parallel lives instead of actually sharing one. I've tried bringing up doing new things together, planning trips, even just going out for dinner sometimes. It happens once or twice, and then everything slowly slides back to the same routine. The part that messes with my head is that they're not a bad person. They're kind, loyal, and they've been there for me during tough times. So the idea of leaving feels almost selfish, like I'm throwing away something stable just because I'm bored or restless. But at the same time, I'm starting to wonder if staying just because it's comfortable is the bigger mistake. Has anyone else been in a relationship like this? How did you know whether it was something you could fix or something you needed to walk away from? So, my first question to you, when you've brought up doing something new, how have you brought it up? Is it just like, hey, I found this new thing and I'm really excited? Or after 6 years, that comfort that you have that's making you kind of wonder if you should leave? Um, Can you talk to them about it? I mean, I know that sounds like such the simplest answer, and everybody who reads this is going to say the same thing, but have you said to them, "Hey, I feel like I'm boring, and I want to make sure that I'm, bringing some excitement to your life," or um, if you're concerned that they're going to feel like some kind of way about it, and they probably are. Um, I know me, and I would put it back on me rather than be like, "So we're stagnant," or "There's nothing going on," or "I don't feel it anymore." Maybe just say, "Hey, I feel like I'm putting us in a rut." Um, because yeah, I mean, status quo, people are happy when the status quo is not chaotic and even keeled. You say you guys don't really fight. You don't, nobody's cheated on anybody. So there's not been a lot of like hurt feelings and resentments and whatnot that have built up. And you could just say, "Man, I feel kind of weird and I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm a boring bump on a log, and all I do is just ask you to sit here and watch TV or whatever." Just give them an opportunity to say, "Oh, huh. Uh, honestly, nothing wrong with boring." Absolutely. The world has enough surprises, but I understand. There's a reason that there was like a whole cliche and a movie made about the 7-year itch. You get into this. It can either be a groove or it can be a rut. And if it's a groove, just go with it. Just go with it. And maybe don't try to go find somebody else to do stuff with, but find something to do for you. That way you have something to come home and talk to them about. "Hey, the book club that I don't know why book club, but hey, this thing that I just joined. This is what we did tonight. Can I tell you about it?" And if you're interested, maybe they'll be interested. Um, I was looking online earlier today. Sorry, I'm going to make it about me for a minute. Surprise. Um, but I was looking up swing dance lessons, and there's a studio here in town, but they're having their lessons right now, like literally right this moment. So I would have to record these and then just let them play at 7:30. But then I couldn't interact with you guys. I'd have to just read chats. Um, Sorry, let me show you Karen's response to that. Um, so yeah, I that is a tough one. That is a tough one. But yeah, just start something for you and see if they might be interested and have just never thought about it. But let's see what some of the comments say. That one makes no sense. Um, but everybody kind of sounds like I did. Have a heart to heart. Tell them exactly how you are feeling and what you think the solution is. Listen and respond to their reaction. If they want to make a change, they will. If not, you move on in good faith. They've been fully informed and made their choice. Okay, so here we go. That is a hard one to judge. I'll just use my parents' marriage as an example. My parents love each other, no question. But did they, in the ordinary course of living, test each other to the limit? No question. Life is messy. Our personal challenges can conflict, revolt the other, take a long time to resolve. Even worse, it all happens in front of the children. For years, I thought my parents should split up. I was wrong. They ended up deeply loving each other, happy and at peace. Those marriage vows have something to them. Yeah. Did you say this is your boyfriend? Oh, you just say partner. Um, so somebody in here commented, I think you're dealing with the fact that meeting someone new gives you a huge hit of novelty, but I didn't see, I don't see anything in here saying that they're talking about meeting a new person. So we're not going to read that whole comment. Yeah. And some of these people, some of the commenters are actually, they're not addressing this thing. Like this guy's talking about his wife becoming an alcoholic, but no, these are just two people who probably are really in love and everything is cool. And she doesn't say, or OP doesn't say that they have kids. So, yeah, it may just be that you guys need to go for a bike ride after work every day or a walk or something and move your bodies around. And then when you're sitting down to talk about what show you're going to watch that night or whatever, it just feels relaxing. Yeah. Okay, so sounds like your relationship is fine. What do you want in a relationship? Do you just dislike stability and want a chaotic relationship instead? And that might be your thing, OP. Have you come from really chaotic um, places? Because if you have, then an actual relaxed, happy, comfortable spot is probably going to feel very foreign. And if you came from a lot of chaos before, I'm sorry. I know what that's like. And yeah. Yeah. That sucks. But just say something. It's really that simple. Yeah, I think you're kind of overthinking it and need to just talk to your partner. Okay. Hmm. What do I do if I feel like I'm slowly ruining my own life, but I can't seem to stop? That is tough. So we will just say, oh, this was just posted yesterday. So they might still actually be looking for some advice. Okay. I don't really know how to explain this without sounding dramatic, but lately I feel like I'm watching my life slowly fall apart and I'm the one causing it. On the outside, things look fine. I have a job, a place to live, and people who care about me. But internally, I feel completely stuck. I keep procrastinating on things that actually matter: work deadlines, important calls, even basic stuff like cleaning or replying to messages. Then the guilt hits and I just feel worse, which makes me avoid things even more. It's like I know exactly what I should be doing, but my brain just refuses to cooperate. Every day I wake up thinking, today I'll fix things. And by the end of the day, I've wasted hours scrolling or distracting myself. Starting to worry this isn't just laziness anymore. I feel like I'm slowly sabotaging my own future. I don't know how to snap out of it. Has anyone here been through something like this before? What actually helped you break out of that cycle? I'm honestly open to any advice right now. That's hard. That's really hard. Um, and that guilt of how many hours just passed? Let me ask you something, and this is going to sound, I don't know how this is going to sound. Were you a gifted and talented child? Because they said I was, and I procrastinate so bad, um, because I could then and still get it done with like all of the stuffs. And um, do you like your job, or are you just good at your job? Because if you're just good at your job and you know that you can just knock it out in the last hour of the day, I get that. And so you are finding ways to look busy either at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day because you're supposed to be there for 8 hours and it takes you an hour and a half. Um, but I get it. I get it. And I don't know. This sounds this sounds very much like a good avenue to go down with a therapist. Um, because yeah, just like the last story, you may just be in a bit of a rut and have figured out just the pattern of life. That I understand. Let's I think kind of everybody is feeling that sort of thing right now. It's just kind of like I never know what's going to be happening from day to day, so let me just get on autopilot. And you say sabotage, but I'm not sure. Um, you say you're procrastinating on things that actually matter, work deadlines, important calls, even basic stuff like cleaning or replying to messages. Is this affecting work? Have you been written up for missing deadlines, or are you just pushing it right down to the limit? Um, I feel like we need more context. So I'm going to skip the first part of this reply because I don't know the author or the content creator that this guy is referencing, and I don't necessarily want to just send people down a weird rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. Okay. Too late. No, it's never too late to give advice. Okay. Um, so my sisters are dueling it out in the chat right now. Um, yeah, girl ADHD. Yeah, like for real right now. I was just having this conversation with one of these two sisters earlier this week. This, what did I call it? Narcissistic self sabotage. Um, yeah, it's so gosh, yeah. So this one commenter says, long story short, I decided one day to completely change my habits and lifestyle. Instead of snoozing my alarm and waking up tired and groggy every day at 8 a.m., I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and went for a run around the block with just shoes and a shirt on in the middle of winter. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That worked for you. That is awesome. And if you are a runner, Jen, I know you are, so that might work for you. Um, Karen and I are not running at 5 o'clock in the morning in just shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of winter. No, no. I can change up some habits that ain't happening. And nay, nay. Um, was never a runner before this, and I can tell you it changed my life. 5 a.m. run, get home and have a warm shower, then turn it to cold for the last 10 seconds. Even if you can't run, just walk. This will literally change your life. You have to do something drastic, and forcing yourself to do one of the hardest and most out of the box things you can think of at 5 a.m. achieves exactly that. Your entire day will shift once this is completed. Your motivation, your habits, your appetite, your energy, everything. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if you are physically capable of running. Heck, no, we aren't. Um, but um, sorry, it's kicking in. It's kicking in. Yeah, just I definitely agree with changing up your routine in some way. I think I probably need to do that myself. And I don't know, switch to nighttime showers instead of morning showers. I don't know. But yeah, just a shock to your routine, a shock to your system. If you are unsure if you're physically able to run, please see a doctor. Please don't just take off at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning because somebody said something out loud and get hit by a bus. This comment I really like. Sometimes it helps to choose one small thing to improve on every day. Deciding to fix everything in one day can be overwhelming. Slowly getting control over different parts of your life might give you the confidence to make bigger changes. Good luck. Yeah, just pick one thing. Um, even if it's changing where you get your coffee on the way to work, or changing your travel mug. I don't mean you don't wash it, but if like this is my mug, grab something different. Change the air freshener in your car. Change what you listen to while you're getting ready for work. If you are, you know, I know lots of people start their day with like heavy podcasts with learning and whatnot because my brain's just woken up and da da da. That might be overwhelming. Maybe switch to um, whatever your favorite music in high school was, um, or a time in your life where you felt like really connected to what was going on. What was the soundtrack of that time? And just switch up your brain a little bit and see if that helps. Definitely talk to a therapist or a counselor or something. Just get it off your chest. I know you probably don't want to make your spouse feel like the first one did, like we're in a rut and I don't feel like I'm actually living my life. I'm just watching my life. Um, that's what therapists are for. And if your work, um, check to see with your benefits if your work offers like 2 or 3 sessions free. Um, and maybe just go blow off some steam about work with a, a life coachy therapist-y person. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just rambling because I feel really bad for this person and I get it. I just really do. So, yeah. Let's see. We've got time for maybe 1 or 2 more. I hope I'm giving good advice. Again, I don't take advice. Um, so I want to read this because I want to see if this person is self aware or trying to make themselves a victim and just get told, no, no, you're fine. You're not the problem. So I think I'm abusive. Me and my partner have been together for almost 2 years. I was a good partner for the most of it, respected her space, privacy, treated her well. I wasn't a jealous person. I was insecure. Okay. I was insecure, but I didn't let my insecurity treat her badly until I started letting social media influence me. I'm going to need some ages. I got these ideas that your partner shouldn't respect that you should avoid people your partner doesn't like. Having each other's passwords is trust. Letting each other see each other's phone is normal and such. This was around 1 year into our relationship. I broke up with her, confused about my feelings, but that's another story where I messed up. But I eventually came back together with her. I don't know if English is this person's first language. But when we came back, it was rough. She eventually broke up after like 2 months. She said, I don't love you anymore. Before we broke up, she also became different from the high energy and fast replying girl to forgetting to reply to me, forgetting to update me. She doesn't want to communicate or reassure me. I begged her not to do that, but she just couldn't. Oh, I begged her to do that, but she just couldn't. Okay. I see where this was going. She also isn't the type to argue or fight, or, well, when she changed from energetic to like this. Even so, I wish she told me like this behavior, she wouldn't accept it and I should change it because it was toxic, but I didn't. I genuinely didn't realize I was abusive or toxic. I'm not sure if it's actually that she fell out of love as a reason, but I did read in her chats during the time I broke up with her that she lost feelings. TBH, it'd make more sense in my shoes. My friend, I can't follow you. I think you might have had a drink or 7. By the way, I only realized my actions might be abusive after she broke up with me this time. We are in no contact now, so I can't tell her I realized my mistakes that might have made her hurt. Am I abusive? How do I apologize now? You don't? Look, this was my first relationship and I do plan on becoming an artist. I want to become better, but I'm afraid this might have a bad look, me and my reputation. Yes, I genuinely want to be better and I do care about her, but this could also impact my future. What can I do about this? Okay, so first relationship. Okay. You haven't actually learned. I'm not sure why she came back to you, except that you probably blew up her phone forever and ever and ever. And it was easier to just take you back. And then she was like, oh no. Typically, if somebody goes from being high energy, bubbly, and all that stuff to not, it's because somebody broke the high energy out of them. And it sounds like you. I don't know you, but I would say if she's gone no contact, that means no contact. She doesn't want an apology from you. She just doesn't. And you need to just let her be. You plan to be an artist. You either are an artist or you're not. If you plan to pursue art as a profession, that is something completely different. I am very concerned about what you did that you are sure is going to ruin your reputation. Yeah. So you broke up with her because you were confused about your feelings. Probably slept with somebody else. I'm just guessing, generalizing, generalizing. Or wanted to, couldn't find anybody, begged for her back. She gave you another try and nothing changed. Nothing was different. I so use this phrase Your partner should avoid people that you don't like. What people don't you like? I'm not sure why you didn't trust her. You needed her passwords. So, especially if this was your first relationship, you say that you let social media influence you. And I get that, but yeah, she's just done. And it's okay. It's okay. You can just be done sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. You can just be done. And it sounds like she is, and that's okay. And it's rough when it's your first relationship. It's rough with any relationship when it's over, whether you're the one that ended it or not. But yeah. So, I was gonna read that one, but I'm not going to because no. But I think we'll just kind of end it there for tonight. We'll be back next Thursday. Of course we will. Of course we will. I don't know if it was any good advice, but yeah, I didn't go into. I just took a brief glance at the comments on that one, and yeah, they're tearing him to shreds, and we just did that, so we don't need to pile on. But thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. My sisters, you're both here, and that is awesome. Love it. So thank you, and we will be back next week, 7:30 here. Next Wednesday, 7:30 on the Katie Lynn Wolf YouTube channel. Got lots of stuff coming up. Got an audition on the 21st. I've got a read through for a different thing on the 22nd. And then I am filming April 4th. The radio show in Farmland, Indiana at the historic Farmland Center. I don't know what we're looking at. Okay. 3 p.m. March 28th, Tom Cherry's Old Time Radio Show. We are kicking off, I think this is season 14? 14. Pretty sure. It might only be 13, but it might be 14. So, yes. And it's only $1. And we'll let you just donate it. Nobody stands at the door and demands your dollar. We have a treasure chest. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be another year filled with the Bickersons, Fibber McGee and Molly, Dragnet, my friend Irma, oh gosh, all of our originals. So yeah, guys, you guys can reach out to me and I'll tell you how to get there. I'll tell you exactly what Farmland, Indiana is and why you should come watch us on the radio show. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here because the hallowed hearth is at 9:00 and I need to get witched up. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bells, do the things, tell your friends, and we'll be here next week.